Okay, perfect. We're recording. So thank you guys for hopping in. I just kind of wanted to do shares today, do a mastermind on marketing. We talk a lot about social media and the tools and tactics within Instagram and Facebook, but there's so much more to marketing yourself online and in person. So the it's really going to be an open call in terms of Dana's coming in. What we discuss, you are not limited. I have a few shares that I want to present as I have been discovering different things over the last few weeks as well when it comes to marketing a business online and the new platforms and just some self-realizations and applying kind of what's going on in the world also with what we should be doing in business and the steps we should be taking moving forward as well. So Tyler, do you want to start us off with yours?
Sure. Thank you for that. So I thought that I would veer away from social media since we talked so much about social media, which, I think is so important, but there's more to marketing your business than just that. So I thought I would kind of take that launching your business or relaunching your business and talk about how you reach out to the people that you're close with and just share what you're doing. And so something that I think everyone should do is go to the people they're closest to. I'm thinking for me in my life, it's my cousin and my besties, my mom, my sister, my auntie, maybe your favorite coworker, and let them know what you're up to. Maybe if you already talk to them every day, that's different. But if you need a reason to reach out to them, say, hey, let's catch up. I want to hear what you're up to. And I can't wait to share something I'm so excited about with you. This doesn't necessarily mean that you're prospecting them to join your business, but it is sharing your heart with them. They're your biggest support system. Start there because they're the people that are going to think of you for referrals, and they're the first people that are going to want to support you. So I would typically say something like I just shared, I can't wait to catch up and share what I'm up to. And then when you talk with them, hey, I'm so excited. And pour into them, ask them questions, talk about them as well. But then say, I'm literally so excited. I can't, I've been dying to share this with you. I have recently launched with an amazing house of brands. CBD's changed my life. You've probably seen me mention on social media, whatever that natural conversation looks like. But share that with them, your heart, your dreams, and your goals within the company, and tell them, I'm really seeing the possibility here. I think I want to go big. I've caught the vision. I'm ready to do this. And I wanted to tell you so I could tell you how you can support me. Obviously, I'm going to hook you up with CBD. But please think of me when. And so this sometimes can take that nervousness from asking them to support you as a customer or to join your team and say, please think of me when somebody talks about CBD. When somebody talks about essential oils, we have so much to offer. I love what we have. I want to hook these people up. So maybe you could refer people to me, and definitely if you think anybody would be open to the business. Naturally, they're going to see themselves in this, and they're going to be like, oh my God, girl, I've been using CBD. I want to use it. Or they'll think of somebody else for you. The other thing that I make sure to say in this conversation is be like, look, I don't expect you to buy from me. I don't need you to join my team. But honestly, the best way that you can support me is you're going to start seeing me on social media talk about this. If you can like it, comment, share it if you find it valuable, that would mean the world to me. And that's how I can get in front of the people that that might want what I have to offer. And just have a really just in your posture, in your excitement, and just in your transparency, they're going to want to support you. And so that's my advice on marketing your business. Outside of all the other ways we talk about, just be open and excited with the people you love most because they want to support you.
I love that. I love with marketing, there's no one right way to do it, and everybody kind of finds where they thrive and where their creativity thrives and where their personality thrives. So you really can kind of pick and choose from the top people, the top recruiters, people who are loving their business, and kind of see where is best suited for you. Dana, I know you're kind of just a pop in, so do you want to go next for us?
Yes. Hi, guys. So I love what you just said, Tyler, so much. It's so true. If you have something that people need, then it's easy to market. And we have network marketing. We always think about the networking part, the talking to people, the communication, but we almost always forget about the marketing part. At least I did for so long. What I love about this team is that Cody and Tyler are so good at the marketing part. They're so good about the marketing part of social media. But for me, this is the book that I was telling Cody about earlier. It's I think the #1 New York Times best-selling marketing book, not a network marketing book, but it talks about marketing, which we need to know. And one thing I've learned a lot from some of the top network marketers, and there are a couple of coaches specifically, Danelle Delgado is one of them, Ray Higdon's another. They really focus on marketing, and they focus on marketing based on stories. Okay, so what I love about this book is it talks about how most marketers or most people with a business, they try to be that sunflower that grows really, really tall. And they're always trying to get a little bit taller, a few more followers, a few more, people that are buying their product, right? But they don't focus on the roots. Mm-hmm. And the roots go really deep in a sunflower. And so the roots are what help you stay consistent, help you stay true to your story, help you talk to your avatar, right? And so when you're thinking of marketing, every single person, like if we think of like a commercial, what do they do in most of the Super Bowl commercials that make us love them so much? They make us laugh, right? Humor makes you remember.
Yep.
And they tell a story. And they speak to a specific market usually. The best ones probably market to everyone, but most of them speak to their avatar. And they tell a story. And the story makes you think, makes you feel, and the humor makes you remember. And so when marketing, and I've always, Danelle's been drilling that into my head for the last year, make them think, make them feel, make them act, and make them laugh. Right? And that's what we want to do with marketing. We want to make them laugh if we can, genuinely, make them laugh, make them feel inside. And so I'm just going to read something that I really love in this book. And one thing is when you're marketing, you want to talk to people based on what you yourself would want, right? How often do network marketers get a bad name because they're spamming people or they're talking to people not how they would want to be talked to themselves, right? And so with what we have, you can learn to see how human beings dream, decide, and act. And good marketers know how humans dream. And good network marketers know how to sell the dream. They know how to help people have big vision from the very first phone call. They help them think bigger. They help them believe in themselves. And you can do this with your marketing. When you do this with your marketing, that truly gives you leverage. Because when you get leverage, that means you reach a whole lot of people with less time. And that's usually what we're all about, right? So you can do it in one-on-one conversations, or you can do it in your marketing, make people act by making them feel, because you're doing it based on what they dream about, right? And so in marketing, in 5 steps in marketing, the first step is having a product you love, right? We all have that. We all have a product we love. We can't really market every product, right? No, we have to pick the ones that resonate with us in our house of brands. We really do have to pick which ones are the ones that we take every day. Simplify it that way, because you don't want to complicate it right off the bat and make them think, well, what do I want to buy? No, you want to market to the person that might have anxiety, pandemic anxiety right now. That's a good story. Or people that are worried about life in general, financial stress, whatever it is, you're marketing because they need something. Second step is, the first and second step in this book are taken care of, because the hard part of creating a product, having labels, all of that is already done for us, right? All we have to do is tell the story. And so the third step is to tell a story that matches the built-in narrative and dreams of that tiny group of people, the smallest visible market. You want to be very specific on who you're marketing to. And so if we were to go around here, we would say, like, what's your avatar, Teresa? Teresa's avatar is the Latino, the sassy Latino that wants big things and wants some lifestyle freedom, right? And probably has some teenage or college age kids, right? We speak to someone that's similar to ourselves. That's just human nature. The last step is often overlooked. In marketing, the reason that we know so much about Doritos, not only the Super Bowl commercial, right? We know because Doritos shows up. They show up, they put their ads in magazines, they put their Super Bowl commercials in the best time. They show up consistently, and they're often talking to the middle-aged guy watching football, right? Because they know. And so the last step is often overlooked. Show up regularly, consistently, and generously for years and years to organize and lead and build confidence in the change you seek to make. How many of you have talked about CBD a year ago, and a year later, someone finally decides to buy it? Someone called me on Sunday and said, okay, I'm ready to do the business. I told her about it first a year ago, right? So it's normal and human. We go on our own timeline, not on the marketer's timeline, right? But if that person marketing is showing up consistently, then when we're ready, we'll see them and they'll trigger us at the right time. So it's telling the story to get that trigger to do it on their timeline. And then, hold on, as marketers, we get to consistently do the work to help the idea spread from person to person, engaging a tribe as you make change happen. So marketing creates culture. Network marketing helps you create a tribe and make a difference. I hope that helps.
Yeah, that was amazing. And what's so cool about all of that is it's the same across all platforms. Like, that's the one thing that is you don't change according to if you're on Facebook or Instagram, or, it's that same core foundation. So I love that. I'm definitely buying that book. Thank you so much.
I want to read that book too.
Yeah.
So one thing that I wrote down, Dana, when you were sharing and talking about how stories sell and tell your story because you want to make people feel, was when you were helping coach me to speak on stage in our last company for trainings. And I worked so hard to tell this story, and it was, telling it kind of how I experienced it, almost like first this happened and this happened, then that happened. And you were like, this is the most important thing you do, is you want to open with something that really captures the audience and makes them feel. And so something I'll always remember whenever it goes to a presentation or even a prospecting, I think about it a lot, is that opening statement. And you told me to always cut all of the fluff and then be really detailed on the feeling. And so I think that when you're telling your story, remember that the details is usually us overthinking, thinking we have to paint the whole picture when really we want them to feel. And getting really detailed about that dramatic part, that feeling part that makes them see themselves in you, is the best thing that you can do when you're telling the story and marketing, your product or your opportunity.
Can I add one more thing, Tyler, if that's okay? So I've been on Clubhouse a lot in the last couple weeks, not a lot. At the first 2 weeks, it sucked me in like a vortex. And then this last week, I've been boycotting it because it's such a time waster. But every single time consistently, I've gotten pre-enrollees and I've learned stuff. More people than I can say have told me to get on TikTok. I got on TikTok. I did one video. I got 4 likes. I now have 12 likes. But I got 1 comment. Mind you, it was like my first real one. The last ones were kid videos. I got 1 comment, and it was a woman asking about the CBD.
Yay.
So then I was like, imagine like if I consistently show up, and there's 6,000 views, or like April's husband has 1.5 million views on his last video right now because it went viral. So imagine how many more people will ask, right? And then the other thing is, one girl said her #1 video was just 60 seconds of her telling her story. And at the end of the story, and Tyler has one very similar to this on her highlight on her Instagram, was Tyler telling her story into the camera, just, hey, this is me, so that you're talking to your avatar. And then at the end, call to action. If you're tired of living like this and you want time freedom, reach out to me and I'll tell you what I did that worked. Simple as that. And she still constantly gets people reaching out to her every day. And another girl just recently on Todd Falcone's A-Team the other night said she gets people reaching out to her for CBD and for the business every day because she got a separate Google phone number for texting that goes to her own cell phone. Do you know this, Tyler, already? She got a separate Google phone number to be able, and she puts it on her TikTok video. Text me for info at, like, does not care. And she gets texts nonstop. She said that her text thing for her fake phone number goes off all the time. Because she's been consistently doing it for the last 2 months. 1 or 2 videos a day. I don't think I can do 1 to 2 videos a day because I'm kind of swamped, but I might get into the routine. I'm at least going to show up and try. Because it's working for other people. When we find out what's working for other people, we got to try it. And it's a free form of marketing that does not have an algorithm that's shutting us down. And then the other thing is, yeah, that was basically what I was going to say. Telling your story on the TikTok was why Tyler inspired me to say that.
Something about TikTok, just to add, is when you start to get more views on your videos, it's almost so niched on TikTok where you'll have to consistently be sharing videos within that specific niche. So and the number of views a video has doesn't directly relate to the number of followers you have. Like, one of my videos blew up and got 3 million views, but it was like an irrelevant video. All of the videos that I've put up have been pretty irrelevant until lately I shared my Crohn's story, and that one just completely blew up. I think it's at like 95,000 right now. And then I responded to a comment on my Crohn's video with a video, and that one blew up. But now I have to be careful because I don't want to be sharing my Crohn's story. I don't want to be the gut health holistic guru on TikTok. And now I've literally got over 150 comments throughout those 2 videos asking me what I'm doing for my holistic health, asking me like how I got off medication. And that's just not a story right now that I feel aligned with sharing. So whatever you are sharing on TikTok, just make sure that it's directly in alignment with what you're passionate about sharing, and then be consistent in doing that time and time again. And that's really how you grow.
Are you able, Cody, to because I honestly don't know enough about TikTok yet. Are you able to put your HempWorks link, like shop link, in the comments, or would they shut it down?
So I was actually looking at your TikTok just now because I'm like, how are you sharing products? Because I just posted my very first product TikTok video with just Caitlin and I cheersing our CBD and then cheersing wine. And they took it down because of community guidelines and saying that I posted illegally, because they're really, really strict on sales and network marketing on TikTok.
That might be why I only have 4 likes. It might also be because I have no followers.
If you were to continue posting those things, like, that'll start growing and growing. So just being consistent in that, and then playing around with your captions on the actual video to see what works for you. One of my friends, he was posting tall content because he's 6'9". So he posted like one tall video that blew up. And he has just this amazing story to tell. I'm like, why don't you like start sharing your story? And he's like, because nothing else gets views than my tall videos now. And it's almost frustrating to him because he's stuck in this niche of just being super tall. And he's like, that's all anybody wants to see now, because he's in that algorithm. So
have you thought, Cody, that maybe all those people that are asking you what you did are all prospects for the products?
yeah, potentially.
If that's like what, 150,000, that'd be pretty nice paycheck.
Yeah, I guess I just didn't connect the dots with like HempWorks helping with my Crohn's because I had only just found it. So I wanted to be like more genuine about what actually did help me.
Yeah. But you could say, this is what my holistic doctor recommends, 750 milligram CBD and CBD Vitality. Those help her patients. You could say it like that.
That's
so that it's not like lying, you know?
Yeah. That's so true. Good idea. Thank you.
I'd like you to be able to like monetize all of that attention. That's all.
Yeah.
So sure. If you think about your avatar that you're talking to, you can make like funny, entertaining videos that are going to appeal to them. And then also do your kind of, I would guess I would call them call to action videos, but more like product forward or opportunity forward without, going against the guidelines. Because I follow a lot of people who share a lot of like mom things. And so my avatar is definitely like a mom who wants a side hustle. And so I'm laughing at all the mom memes. Like, you know what I mean? But then I'm like, but what is she doing? I can tell she's doing something else. And I'm going to go to her profile and watch the other videos. And I might try to look her up on Instagram. And so maybe the majority of the people don't hit follow. They don't buy what you're sharing. But that person that does, often it stems from one random thing that got their attention and they fell down that rabbit hole and then decided to look into you and realize that you were their people. So just remember, you're doing it for that like 5% that actually converts to a customer or brand partner. And, so often we're like, well, this person's getting 1 million views and I only got 30. And it's like, if 30 people walked into your living room, you would be overwhelmed. So like, you know what I mean? Like if you're getting 2,000 views on a reel or a TikTok and we're only relying on like 1 to 5% to like go down that rabbit hole, you're doing really, really well.
Yeah, so true. And connecting, just to like launch off of that, like Dana, putting your Instagram handle, you can connect it to your TikTok. So whatever platform you want to push people to, like cross connect your platforms, just like you did on Clubhouse, where you have like all of your platforms, you have that opportunity with TikTok as well. So like, that's my hope, is that maybe if people aren't commenting or viewing, they're at least clicking the Instagram bio or going to the podcast or whatever, pushing people that way. Does anybody else have anything to add?
I have a question. When you do TikTok, I don't have any clue about that. Do you have to edit that video, or what you have to do? How you do that? Like just a video and then?
I have a really great training that I paid for. I'll just say this, that I can send you, Teresa, if you want it.
That would be great.
I sent it to April the other day because she realized her husband was kicking her butt 1 million and something views. And so she's like, I need to catch up to him. So she watched it. I'll send it to you. I'll send it to any of you guys if you want it. It's a Ray Higdon TikTok summit or something. It works.
I'm sure that my son is going to kill me. My son is going to kill me if he sees me.
Well,
he's in college.
A lot of people say, think that TikTok's for little kids, but there's more moms on there than... Okay. Believe me, TikTok is run by moms.
Okay, good.
For sure.
The other thing is, it's a lot easier. I figured out just like last week to edit outside of the app. So I have InShot, which is like a video editor app, and it's so much easier to text overlay. It's so much easier to clip transitions when you're doing it in InShot, and then you just save it and upload it to TikTok. So if you're struggling with Reels or TikTok and editing your videos and content in the actual app, you can do it way easier in the app InShot. So it's just InShot.
Which one are you using? Do you recommend any particular app? that you're?
Yeah, so it's called InShot. I'll put it in the chat for you. It's just in the Apple App Store, InShot. So yeah, that's the one I edit all of mine on, and it's just like really quick and easy. Like I can sit on TikTok and Reels for like an hour editing, but with InShot it takes me like 25 minutes. So, Maddie, how are you? Hi. I know you have a share for us.
Yeah, I do actually. The biggest thing that I've been learning is, or trying to put into my social media, is just learning out loud.
I love that.
Because I've been big into Bob Heilig's podcasts, and I listen to it like every day. And that's his biggest thing is like, and I have been dropping the ball and going live, but going live and just learning out loud. Like if you read a book, you see something you want to share, just learn out loud. And if you can help, one person from your live video or sharing what you learned, then it can make a huge impact. So that's one thing I've been trying to put into my social media, is just learning out loud and providing a lot of value to people.
Yeah, you do a really good job at the value piece too. How has your blog been going? Have you been getting more traction and views with your consistency on that?
Yeah, so when I do stay consistent, because there was like a time over the holidays where I didn't really do much, but I have been a little bit more consistent with it now. And I do notice that it has been getting a lot. And then I've been noticing like some of my posts too have been getting like saved or shared or something. So
I love that.
I've noticed a big shift too, and like people coming on and like liking on my page and liking certain posts too. So
I love that. So that kind of connects to my share. I have recently been email collecting, and this is something that you can add into your blog too. Like just have a little space at the end, like subscribe here or enter here for a link to something or more content or a recipe or whatever. But just over the last few weeks with all of the drama with social media and politics and everything, it just made me realize that like I don't own any of this. And this is something that Bob Heilig also said, is like, I think Todd also said it was like, you're not really running a business if all you have is someone's Instagram handle. Like take yourself a little bit more seriously. And it like was this kind of a slap in the face, because I'm all about Instagram. Like you guys know, I'm all about growth on Instagram and I believe in it and it works for me, but there's gotta be a fallback and other streams. Just like we want multiple streams of income, we have to have multiple streams of connecting with the people that we're connecting with online. And so I have had just like a stagnant list of emails from a past newsletter, and I revived that today with like a little mini giveaway that I was doing on my stories. And so my plan is to do that bi-weekly, do an email newsletter. And I've really been seeing that all of the different pieces that I've seen as separate within what I'm doing are actually all merging together, and they all kind of work in a cycle. So my podcast isn't separate from my Instagram. Like my podcast isn't separate from what I'm doing in network marketing. It really all is in the same alignment, because at the end of every podcast I say, hey guys, I'm open and accepting members to join and do business with me. It's obviously worded way better than that. It's the end of the day here, but I have that at the end of every episode. I have it at the end of every newsletter. It's just dropped in sprinkles here and there after I give, it's like the jab, jab, right hook. So it's after I give all of this content, at the end, I do the pitch and just make myself available. So from the newsletter to my podcast to my Instagram, it's just a way for me to add more value and collect subscribers and viewers in places other than just one single focus. And I really do think to like ease overwhelm, you start in one place and you kind of get your groove for it, and then maybe add one second platform and you get your groove for it, don't overwhelm yourself by any means, thinking that you have to be sending a newsletter and doing a podcast and all of the things. Just like open up that creative space in your head to really think about what else can I maybe add as a fallback to connect with my audience outside of this one single platform. And it really doesn't take long to do a bi-weekly newsletter or put up a blog and have an opt-in for once every other week. So it really, I hope that like gets you excited and gets your mind going creatively about what else you could be doing to even collect maybe phone numbers or like a WhatsApp phone number. It can really be that simple. So that's my share.
That's what I was thinking when you said getting people off of Instagram. Like you could easily do a WhatsApp chat room where you can share information there too, even if it's like inspirational text a day or something like that, like just getting people in off of social media. That's a good idea.
That's a really good idea. Like a pop-up group. It can even just be like a pop-up 7-day. I did that on Instagram once in just like an Instagram DM group. I said, if anybody's struggling with anxiety, oh, you got my email?
Look who I got in my inbox right now.
Yeah, I sent it at 7.
She's a master marketer.
I'm trying.
I love it. It's beautiful.
Thank you. But I did that on Instagram where I just opened the opportunity on my stories and just like, hey, if anybody struggles with anxiety and wants to collaborate on tips and tricks on how to help with anxiety, you guys were in it. You were featured.
Oh, so
Casey Parker or Crazy
All right, I need to check my inbox. Did I get it?
I don't know if you're on my email. Did you subscribe?
Look at little Parker in the corner.
Oh my goodness. RVF queen.
But that group, I just kind of opened it up to whoever has like anxiety hacks and like wants to just like have relationships with people with anxiety. And the group was like, so many people wanted in that it was closed because you can only have so many people in a group on Instagram. And we all just kind of chatted in that feed. So that's totally something that you can do with WhatsApp or Telegram also. It's a really good idea.
All right, I'm not on your list, so I'm going to send you my email. Dana, will you forward me it?
Oh gosh.
It's beautiful. It looks so professional, Cody. I love it.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thanks.
I need to check. One thing that I want to talk, one thing has been, I think Todd Falcone changed my life on Monday because after I hear him, has been joining a lot of network Hispanic network groups. And it changed my life because every day now I have like a meeting, 1 or 2 meetings or 3 meetings. And then there are a lot of people looking for this kind of information. Even I have a friend in comments in UK that she's a nutritionist there. And we have a lot in common. So we're sharing the information about exogenous ketones, and then she's gonna try the core keto. I told her about that. I told her I sent the numbers, and she's she want to try, and she's one of the most famous nutritionists in UK. And and I think day by day sharing with other people is amazing. It changed my life. My schedule is full between patients and meetings, and I love it. I just, I have to talk about Connie about this because he changed my life last Monday. Really, I was like, on Tuesday morning, I was like looking for everything, and then it changed my life. I just have meetings, all the time, meeting other people about travel. It doesn't matter what it is, what they're looking for. We have a lot of options for them. And that is what I realized. And I just going out now. And yeah, it doesn't matter online or personal, but I'm doing that. And I'm so happy it changed my life. And I'm so happy for that. Yeah.
You can really dominate the Latino market, Teresa.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
There's
Even
no competition in the
I'm
Latino
gonna
market.
and next, I just contacted one of my friends in Puerto Rico, Dr. Roman. He's a top in Puerto Rico about keto. He just published a book, and we're gonna do a Facebook Live on the 31st.
Can
And
you
the
you can you do CBD on keto too, or is
yes, it is for keto.
Perfect.
And the new study shows that that's the perfect combination, keto and CBD.
Yeah, I think so too. I think
Yeah, it is. It
CBD
is what it is. And based on what I do with my patients, I think it changed my life, and I think this is a perfect combination. Yeah.
I think that when I feel like I didn't realize that CBD was good for weight loss. And then when I first started this CBD last January, I remember like feeling like I was losing weight. I wasn't doing anything different. And then I got on the scale like the third week in February, and I had lost 8 pounds. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
That made me realize like, oh, it is good for weight loss.
You know, it is amazing because I feel like my body is better than ever. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how, you know, it changed my life completely. I feel so like everything, like even the hair, the skin, my body, I feel like better than when I was 15 years old.
So can you tell us that info about the event you're having on Sunday?
This Sunday is going to be a Spanish speaking. We're going to do the same thing.
Good.
We're going to teach about, we're going to try to, it's going to be with my friend Ricky again. Obviously, he's my buddy. And then we already create the event.
Good. Oh, I think you invited me to it. I feel like,
Yeah.
Is it okay if I invite people?
Sure, any people that you want. I believe that they have to be in the page before they invite. If not, I will send you the invitation for the Zoom call. And then, yeah, you can invite any Spanish speaker. And let me tell you, the other day, what is her name? She's in Jamaica.
Dr. Tracy.
Dr. Tracy, she contacted me because she have a Spanish speaking person. And it doesn't matter, guys, if you have any Spanish speaking, just contact me and then I will help you to translate. If I don't have, if I'm free that time, I help her too. And she's so cute. What's a person from Mexico? I love her. Yeah, and then we're going to have a follow-up and then.
She was very grateful to you.
Oh my gosh, she's so cute.
She was so grateful to you.
I know. But anytime, if you need any help, just let me know.
You're the best. I am going to invite and I'll support on Sunday.
Any Spanish speaking, send it to our group and then we're going to follow them. You follow them, but they can take the class.
Okay, awesome.
Teresa, your energy is contagious. I love it. I love it.
Cody.
Rachel, hi. How are you?
Good. My brain's dead. I've literally been training and in meetings since 7 o'clock this morning. But I am thankful for my schedule. It's all about training the mind to think positively. So happy to be here and see you guys on Hump Day. So my share, really, you guys, I just want to bring to light that oftentimes we make ourselves more important than we really are. And Tyler and I talk about this a lot. And I mean this in a way of we think, oh, we already said this. They've heard it. I'm not going to share it again. Well, 9 times out of 10, they didn't remember that on January 9th, you shared about CBD or you said this thing about business. So I think, for me in marketing, it's really defining, and Bob Heilig does a great training on this, defining those 3 circles or those 3 buckets that you really want to focus on. If that's business, if that's health and wellness, or CBD, anxiety, and then kind of branch out from there. What else goes into that wellness bucket for you, right? For me, it is my skin. For me, it is gut health. For me, it is CBD for, stress. I am on calls every single day. So kind of defining what that message is for you and telling a different story each time you share about it. It goes back to Dana, make them think, make them laugh, make them feel, but do that in a very intentional way with the outcome you're looking to achieve. So that's creating a story around what works for you, what is incorporated in your business. Again, Dana said this, pick a few products and focus on those. But don't think that because you've shared it once, twice, or 3 times that people are going to remember. I mean, network marketing, we are social sharing, but it's the same as, I don't want to say sales, but I'm in sales, so I'm going to correlate it to it. Just take it for what it is. It takes 8 to 12 touches for me to get in front of a business owner to close a deal. So it's the same thing with buying, right? You see that Facebook ad one time, you scroll past it. You see it again, it catches your eye, but you still scroll past it. See it the 3rd time, you're like, okay, I get it. The 4th or 5th time, you're probably going to stop and read what's on that Facebook ad, or you're going to listen more, and it's going to be more ingrained in your brain. So I just wanted to, that's my share. Again, my brain is mush, so I hope this is beneficial to you. I like to train through what Maddie said, through my own learning experiences and kind of what I go through. And it's really defining the message and making sure you're showing up and saying that message over and over and over again, whether that's in posts, in stories, in TikToks, in Reels. They can all intertwine together. And so, really just picking a few topics and sticking with it and being consistent. Like Dana said, someone called and joined her business after a year. I actually had someone text me about a Purium product, and I got her on a My Daily Choice product. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't talked to her since 2017, 18, whenever I joined Purium, So, but she follows me on Instagram. She knows that I'm still talking about the same things I was talking about 2 years ago. I may be with a different company, but my message hasn't changed in terms of building a business, building a brand in the health and wellness space, or, for a side hustle to get me out of a full-time job. People know what I'm doing because I'm consistent in that message. Even if I fall off, I come back stronger than, you know what I mean? So it's like you ebb and flow and you share happy, positive things, but also when you're driving home a point, make sure you're consistent with that message. I'm going to stop rambling now.
No, that was really good. Yeah, Dana, she knew that you could help her. Like, it didn't really matter what product you had to offer. She just knew that you would be there to help her. And that just goes to show that you're showing up in such an authentic way that, like, it was you that she wanted to work with. It wasn't the product that she wanted to buy. But what you said, the first part when you said, don't make yourself more important than you are, like, that's like a whew, like, yes, don't take yourself way too seriously on social media. Share your story. But like, I get this all the time with people wanting to put themselves out there, but needing to show up perfectly, or needing to have the perfect content or everything to be as such. But it's like, why don't take yourself so seriously and make yourself more important than you are, because who's there to receive it will receive it, and who's not, it won't matter. But even when it comes to trial and error with your content and with your marketing, like one girl I had a mastermind with yesterday, she was split testing. You know how in email you can split test and like do different subject headers and all of that? She was doing that with her reels, and I thought it was genius. She was posting a reel twice, and she was seeing which method got more views. Where on the flip side, another friend, I told her to try that, and she was like, well, I don't want to post it twice, or I already got this many views on the first one, or like, it would be weird if I posted it. Like, she was so concerned about her following and what they would think about her posting it in 2 different areas twice. Because she's making herself a little bit more important than she needs to be on social media in this phase. So trial and error and just testing things out, seeing what content lands, and then going from there. Like, that's why it's so fun.
Can we stop right there? That's what you just stole my words. Fun.
Yeah.
If you make it a job, you're going to put it on the bottom of your list. If you make it feel like extra work that you're adding into what you're doing, you're not going to do it because it's not fun. Mm-hmm. And that's one thing that I had to come to terms with at the end of last year. And that's why I keep saying, I'm thankful for my schedule. This is a good problem to have, like changing the way that I'm thinking about things, because I could sit here and be like, I don't want to get on this call. I just had 20 calls today. Like, I'm drained energetically, but what's the greater goal and how can I have fun with it, right? Keep your CBD bottle by your computer. How you doing? You know, and like, and even me on Instagram yesterday,
Look at the picture like that.
yeah, I got on Instagram and I was like, so by the way, and I was gonna say a thought, and then I'm like, oh, look at the dog hair, and then I'm like, just so you know, side note, squirrel, blah 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 blah. And old Rachel would have deleted that video and said, whoa, you're too much. The new Rachel of 2021's like, fuck it. I don't care. If you don't like my crazy, loud, wild personality, then this isn't the tribe for you. And I'm being so discerning in who I want to attract in my business. And those are people that are positive and that can flow with wild energy and that aren't afraid to be themselves and show up and be ugly at some point in terms of like crazy content they're putting out, or you know what I mean? So it's like, if I do that, I could change one person's life and show them that they have ability to do the same thing. So if we all think about it in fun, like I watched that video back, like, I don't know what these people are thinking about me, but I thought it was funny, you know?
That's all that matters.
The way that we think about things, I don't know.
Those are the reasons you are the tribe for me. Like whenever you're like, is this too much? I'm like, no. Like that's why you're my person.
So yeah, I think just kind of we say it's like a repetitive thing, get out of your own way. But the second that you don't take yourself so seriously, it's like a whole new world. Like you just open up this space of greatness because you're going to show up because you love yourself, all parts of yourself. And it is like, I feel like network marketing has been a journey of falling back in love with myself, of stepping into leadership and not being afraid to do the things I want to do, say the things I want to say, and show up for myself every single day. And I think that's where there's a disconnect in our industry, is it has a negative rap because some people do it the wrong way, but all of us on this call have the ability to change the way people think about the industry by how we show up. And that's having fun, that's creating it yourself, like doing your own thing, stand out from the crowd. And that is, there's the simplest way to do it. Be yourself, just be you, because there's no one else like you. So mic drop, that's all I gotta say. I'm gonna shut up.
I love it. Thank you. You're the best. Well, we're almost at an hour, so I'm just gonna wrap it and conclude like the best way that I have figured out just recently to do that, Rachel, because I'm such like a tactical person that I want to like learn out loud and share with you guys. Like I go through phases of leveling up and becoming more me. And like just recently, Grace was like, why are you acting this way? Because I've just been like weird and like bubbly and goofy. I'm like, I just feel more me. And I've really just been like shutting everything out and tuning in, because I think obviously we know there's so much noise, there's so much going on, there's so much comparison and people online who are doing it a way that maybe we would like to do it someday, but turning all of that off. And then secondly, with like manifesting and wanting this business so bad, we can be incessantly thinking about it all the time. And we think that the way to manifest it is to constantly be visualizing and writing it down and doing the things and reading the books. And we're still consuming because our mind is going. But as of recently, I got the download that I just need to meditate and shut off everything, not even do a guided meditation, just turn on binaural beats and lay and focus on my breath. And I've been getting such amazing like downloads and just starting to just really figure myself out, because I've been giving myself that quiet space just with me, just getting to know me and letting sort of my soul and spirit speak to the universe how it's supposed to. And things are really unfolding and opening up in that way. So that's just been my revelation as of recently, to do what Rachel was saying. So that was really powerful to me and even spoke to me. So thank you.
Okay, I have one more thing to say. That's awesome, Cody. I do the same thing. It's all inside. People search outside of themselves, but all the answers are right here if you allow yourself to listen. But something I recently discovered is that money is actually a feminine energy. I didn't know that. I always correlated it with my masculine, like red type A personality. And it actually is being in flow in your creative space. Money is energy, so it's always circulating. And when I changed my perspective around that, it allowed me to block my calendar with more creative space, with more flow states, with more ability to get the noise out and focus on my goals. Now CFO is just paying my bills, right? My daily choice is the vehicle that's going to get me to where I want to go.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm blocking myself if I keep thinking that I have to hustle all the time.
Yeah.
Instead of opening space to let things flow to me, right? I got to do the daily actions, right? I want to do the income producing activities every day, whether that's 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, whatever that looks like for you. But money is feminine energy. So take that for what it is, however that resonates with you. I just thought that was really powerful for me to understand that I might have been blocking myself because I was coming in so masculine all the time.
Yeah.
Wow,
Wow.
that's awesome.
I feel that. Amazing. All right, guys. Well, it was great seeing all your beautiful faces. Thanks for all your shares.
Thank you.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Bye. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.